opportunity to go into a number of different opportunities for entrepreneurs and potential startup businesses, people looking to scale. And we are also going to highlight opportunities for our members as well. So we want to welcome you to the Q1 2022 membership meeting presented by National Black MBA Metro New York chapter. I have the honor in serving as your chapter president. My name is Norvell Barrington. I have been with this association, with my association, since I was a high school LLT student, and now I'm happy to serve as your president. I wanted to ensure that as we go into 2022, I wanted to take a couple moments before I introduce our executive team here. I want to give a great vote of thanks to our previous administration, specifically Andrew Hamilton, our immediate past president, for not only his vision, but also the opportunity to serve underneath his leadership. Our organization has transformed over many years, both locally and nationally. And a lot of the great work that you see here is due to the foundation that Andrew Hamilton has laid. I also want to thank some of our previous leaders as well. Chuck Roberts, who was instrumental in transforming how we look at opportunities to engage many of our corporate partners that you see here today, including Estee Lauder and others, Beam Cemetery, just to name a few. Chuck Roberts definitely instrumental in how we look at our structure, operations, and also opportunities for us to grow as well. George Santias, who served for many years and now is also, and I'll make an announcement shortly, but I want to thank him as well for his ways of bringing elegance and lifestyle, luxury lifestyle to our chapter. George is instrumental in many relationships and many innovational programs that we have here. And we thank George as well. We also want to thank a number of our members who currently are moving to new positions within the organization. Specifically, I want to thank Molly Crease, who's going to serve on this chapter, which I'll get into in a moment, but also a big leader for our Leaders for Tomorrow program. In addition to that, I also like to thank Melanie Harvey as well, who served as our membership director and has served faithfully for many, many years. These individuals in our organization are the pillars of where I stand on today, and our organization will continue to thrive. So I personally, just before we start, want to thank those 5 individuals for everything they have done. I also want to thank our past presidents as well for their contributions over the last number of decades as well, and also our national leadership team. I have the opportunity not only to serve as a chapter president, but ultimately to help you as a member. This would not be possible without our executive board team. And I want to first introduce Alicia Suggs, who is going to serve as our VP of Administration. And I'll let Alicia introduce herself and also introduce some of the work that she has done as well. Alicia.
Thank you, Norvell. Good evening, everyone. Thank you for joining. I'm super excited to be here. Just to really announce myself, I've been with National Black for the last 2 years. I served on the board as a director of university and alumni relations, and I'm very excited to be appointed vice president of administration. Being on this board, it's a huge passion of mine. I really want to see everyone succeed and really elevate in their careers. I think that, it's really on us to help build a path forward for the next generation. And this chapter would be nothing without all of you. So participation across the board in our workshops and providing us feedback is really imperative to the success of this chapter, because we wouldn't be here if it wasn't for all of you. As the VP, I'm really looking to build stronger relationships with our corporate sponsors, just to really ensure that their leadership becomes more diverse and that there are pipelines of success for each and every one of you when you are appointed opportunities at our within our corporate sponsors. And, really help to build stronger relationships with our university partners as well. Not only to increase the Black and Brown population within their schools, but also help provide them with better job placements for their students. As a director of university and alumni relations, during COVID, we were able to pivot quickly, and we had a lot of workshops that are currently available on our YouTube site. So if you haven't been able to take a peek at them, definitely take a look. We have numerous workshops that we've done on different professional developments and also fireside chats with different leaders at our corporate sponsors. So, definitely take a look at our YouTube page to check all of that out. And I'm really excited to be, on board on the eBoard this year. And we have so much in store for all of you.
Thank you, Alicia. I also want to introduce Vina Morris. Now, Vina Morris, due to right now she's recovering, and we want to thank Vina. I know Vina is here in spirit, so thank you, Vina Morris, who's going to serve as our VP of Operations. And we also are going to announce that our Chief of Staff, Kevin Anderson, couldn't be here today. Will also again be serving on our executive board. We also want to thank William Wright. William Wright has served as our treasurer, and he has been critical in how we've reshaped our organization. So I would say that although that he is still serving at this time, I didn't mention him originally, but he will still be advising as we look to new opportunities within our financial management team as well. So William, thank you so much for everything that you have done and ultimately what you will continue to do for our organization. We're going to go through a quick presentation and just talk about some of the opportunities and some of the things that we're looking forward to in 2022. Now, though the current pandemic has taken a little shift in direction, it doesn't necessarily mean that we as an organization are going to stop. As you've seen over the last 3 or 4 years, our organization, our chapter has been able to pivot in many different ways, and this year is no exception. Our plan was to bring the Entrepreneurship Accelerator Summit to you in person, but of course, as any good organization, we had backup plans and we were able to pivot accordingly. That's going to be the theme for us in 2022, 2023, as we look at positioning opportunities for you as members across our pillars. Now, I'm going to highlight this presentation, which is going to talk about some of the opportunities that we have here. Again, from a pillar perspective, we focus on education, career, entrepreneurial, leadership, and lifestyle. We'll get to some of those areas as well. Our chapter has grown to close to about 1,000 members, thanks to you, the member. Our network has actually grown to close to 11,000 as well, and that's in the New York metro area as well. We have been able to penetrate the market and give opportunities that are unconventional to what our organization was doing before. In addition to that, we've been very innovative in terms of how we deliver that information to you and make sure we align with the right people that would take your journey in your professional career to the next level across these pillars. Now, some of the main things I want to highlight here is our team. Again, I mentioned our executive team here. As you can see, we have our executive team, Alicia Suggs, Vina Morris, Kevin Anderson, William Wright is going to continue to serve as our treasurer for the moment. But I also want to announce some of our chapter board members as well. Our chapter board consists of some great individuals that you've seen here in the past, including our new director of LOT, Christy, and she has been instrumental in over the last number of years working with Molly to really ramp up our Leaders for Tomorrow program. Our Leaders for Tomorrow program meets every Friday from January to June. If you have any family members, nephews, nieces, sons, daughters, people in your community that are looking to transform their lives with great mentorship and opportunities for them to grow as a young adult, I would definitely recommend that you would recommend the Leaders for Tomorrow program, which is a high school mentorship program. I'm a product of that program, and that actually helped transform the way we look at opportunities as it relates to transforming the youth of America. I want to also highlight here individuals such as Vanetta Hawkins, Larissa Longchamp. These individuals have been instrumental as it relates to our real estate investment program and ultimately how we outreach to our community. Larissa Longchamp will serve as our business investments coordinator and also look at new ventures for our chapter. And also Vanetta Hawkins, she'll also be focusing on sponsorship opportunities as well. Juantino Furtado, who is our director of lifestyle. He's no stranger to any of you. He one of the masterminds of our gala, very instrumental in our upmixer and our lifestyle opportunities. If you have not booked your trip to the European Islands trip, we recommend that you do so now. We'll get into that in a moment. Kenneth Holly will also newest member of our team. His contributions over the last 2-3 years have been very instrumental behind the scenes, and he will be part of our team as well. Also want to mention Zoe Blackwood and Latoya Niles, who were very instrumental in the Entrepreneurship Accelerator Summit. They're going to be shifting their focus to opportunities in training and development, and also as we look at new business opportunities. One of our longstanding members here and one of the pillars of our organization, Valencia Porter, is going to be focusing on some of the opportunities as it relates to community affairs and ultimately focusing on our lifetime members. Molly Crease will now be looking at our program development. Most of you have had a lot of questions in terms of how do we help shape opportunities and development for our members and ultimately get them prepared for career opportunities. I want to thank Molly for joining us and continue to serve on the board. And now we also have our advisory board as well. Advisory board is taking shape right now. It starts with our immediate past president, Andrew Hamilton, Chuck Roberts, George Santias, and George McKenna. These individuals, again, are very important as we transition to a new stage in our chapter and ultimately want to keep some continuity as relates to ensuring that we're able to do so in an effective way. Now, for those of you who are looking to serve in our chapter, we definitely welcome you to do so. Please email us at membership@nyblackmba.org, membership@nyblackmba.org. We definitely want to hear from you, and we definitely want to have you volunteer. This is a volunteer organization. We spend a lot of hours providing programs and opportunities for you, the member, and we need your help. We cannot do this without your support. And we'll get into some of the opportunities here. So before I kick it off to Alicia, again, these pillars and the individuals that we mentioned here are very critical. We need your support. And Alicia, I'll hand it off to you as we talk about some of the opportunities as it relates to our pillars.
Thank you, Norvell. So education, I'll start off with. So Leaders of Tomorrow High School Mentoring Program, as Norvell mentioned, he is a successful product of that program, and it is spearheaded now by Christy. And what I want to let you guys know about it, if you're not very familiar with it, it's specifically for high school students, and we provide these high school students with financial literacy training, resume preparation, mentorship opportunities. And just to let you know, mentors come from our membership. So we don't really outsource them. It's us that would mentor these high school students. So if you are interested in volunteering to be a mentor to these high school students, please let us know, because we definitely would take all of you if we can. And, a lot of these high school students, some of them have never stepped foot on a college campus. So just to have someone that looks like them be a mentor for them from that stage would be a blessing for them. We also help them develop their leadership skills, so their public speaking skills, as well as their interviewing skills for jobs or for colleges if their schools require that. We also help them prepare for college. Like I said, some of these students have never stepped foot on campus, and we do an HBCU college tour for them. And we also provide them with scholarships as well. So if any of you know any students that are really interested in joining, not really sure if the date I think it has started already, actually, but next year, if you know anyone that is interested in joining the LOT program, please reach out to us. We would definitely like to accommodate any student that is interested. The Your MBA, Your Future. So this is a program that kind of spun out of the pandemic. Like I said earlier, we had to pivot very quickly in order to accommodate our members, because you are the most important thing of this chapter and our organization entirely. And what that is, we have a plethora of workshops on professional development as it relates to resume writing or, really perfecting your personal brand. And we really want to focus on just helping those that are struggling in certain areas perfect their professional skill sets. So we really take all the feedback, and we're going to actually be sending out some surveys in the next couple of months to really obtain your feedback on, what you would like us to do in terms of programming, so that we can really make sure that we're serving you in the right way. And like I said, all of these workshops are on our YouTube channel. We also have fireside chats with corporate leaders, with DEI, diversity, equity, inclusion, just to kind of get you guys to understand what's been happening in the corporate world. A lot of organizations have been moving towards that, and they're really looking to really increase their diverse talent, which leads me on to our services and programmings as it relates to our employment area. So every quarter we have our career fairs. And again, what spun out of the pandemic is us making into four, or actually putting on four career fairs, because previously it was only 2 times a year. And we noticed that it's really been successful each quarter. We've had a lot of attendees really speak highly of this career fair, and we just thought, why don't we just keep the momentum going, even though we're kind of still in a pandemic, but things are somewhat subsiding a little bit, but we think that there definitely is a need to keep these 4 career fairs going annually. So the next one is scheduled for February 24th, and it's from 12 p.m. to 3 p.m. So if you are interested, please, please, please sign up. There are full-time opportunities as well as internships, and a lot of employers are looking to hire diverse talent. We have about 15 companies on average that do participate in our career fairs, and they're about 5 to 8 minute virtual interviews. So what we're also looking to do is really help to prepare you for these career fairs. So look out for some type of communication in the next couple of months to really help you prepare your virtual interviewing skills, as well as help you prepare your resumes as well, because a resume is needed in order to participate. And we have about, like I said, 15 companies, and they're all from Fortune 500 companies. And they're really looking to, hire diverse talent like yourselves. And like I said, we're going to have a lot of surveys going out to really understand what your experience was in terms of participating in the career fair. And we have our career coaching, which is for, I always say executive coaching is great from an executive standpoint, and also from, entry level position as well, I would say. I think it's really important because it helps you navigate the treacherous waters as it relates to being in the corporate world. And we're also going to do is it's not only for regular students, it's also for our seasoned professionals. And that's what we're going to be focusing on as well this year. And for career mapping, like I said, we're going to get some feedback from you to really help us understand how we can help you, because you are very important to us in order to keep our chapter afloat. And we really want to see all of you achieve your professional goals.
We have received a number of your feedback over the last number of years, and especially over the last 2 years. You're going to see a lot of changes in our team here that we're building. Is really going to manage and meet some of those needs as it relates to closing the gap, not only from an interview perspective, but actually increase amounts of individuals who are actually are getting positions. Over the last number of years, we've actually have a number of people who have received job offers, who've actually taken job offers, and we're gonna actually start keeping count and making sure that you as a member are aware of some of the opportunities, but also understand some of the opportunities from a cultural perspective as it relates to some of these companies. And I'm just going to cover Vita Morris's area here, which is leadership, and a lot of this has to do with some of the great work that our team has done in the past as it relates to rewriting our financial literacy. One of our signature series, which is critical in terms of understanding financial literacy and what that means for individuals going in different areas. Our training and developments area, and specifically for those of you who are looking to grow professionally, who are looking to pivot. Our program and training certifications is going to allow you to get the right certifications in the areas that you're looking to focus on. As it relates to DEI and ERGs, you're going to see a number of opportunities as it relates to closing the gap from a diversity, equity, inclusion perspective, but really the practical steps that companies need to take in order to ensure that us as members are growing within our companies as well, which is very critical. In addition to that, opportunities for companies to also understand what's going on within their company, how they're looking to take shape, how they're looking to change. So corporate careers with series is going to touch on that. And a conversation with leaders is actually going to give some insight. And these opportunities that we're going to highlight here are going to highlight a number of our leaders across many of the organizations. Now, you're also probably trying to figure out, well, how are these events going to happen? Are going to happen virtual? Are going to happen in person? And I would tell you this, our goal here is to do more of a hybrid approach. And ultimately, we'll look to see how things pan out in terms of adjusting as the pandemic shifts. But a number of these opportunities, especially these intimate conversations, some of them will happen in an environment where it's safe, but not only safe, but ultimately allows you to go ahead and thrive as well. So I know there's a lot of digital fatigue, but we also understand that we are going to look at different ways to engage with you as a member in a more effective way. Our lifestyle area, as you well know, has been tremendous for us. Most recently, we had our Up Mixer, and we also had our Black Tie Gala and our luxury business networking event, 3 excellent events within a span of 1 month, about 6 weeks or so, where a number of individuals have flew out to New York, drove to New York to experience what it is like to have a Black MBA, NY Black MBA experience. We're going to continue that going forward. So you're going to see a number of initiatives that are going to highlight a luxury lifestyle initiatives that are on the bottom, including our getaway, which is going to be in St. Martin. That's going to cover some of the Caribbean islands. We're also going to talk about critical opportunities as it relates to Black women in the professional realm. I think this is critical as it relates to, and I speak for Vina, it's very critical that we bring our whole selves to where we're at, whether you're a professional, whether you love roller skating, whether you are focused on life and health and wellness, whether you are a real estate broker, whether you love to read, whether you're looking to transform your life, you are still the same individual. And this is a time where we want to make sure that you as an individual are bringing all the sides to the forefront and experience our luxury lifestyle initiatives, where we're going to announce, including our NBA After Dark series as well, which most of you had a pleasure to enjoy most recently. Our lifestyle series will also focus on health and wellness, the business of art, which has been a long-standing program here at our organization, the business of sports. You're going to see a lot of opportunities as it relates to travel, and our community conversations are critical as it relates to getting involved in our community and taking shape in what's going on in politics and community affairs as well. The entrepreneurial area here has been very critical. As you can see, we're focusing on entrepreneurship for the first week and looking at our Entrepreneurship Accelerator Summit. There'll be more opportunities as it relates to supply diversity opportunities and government contracting. We can't wait to announce some of these initiatives and opportunities for you to hit the ground running. Our goal here is to make sure that you are getting contracts, you are getting opportunities to explore what it means to go from corporate opportunities to more entrepreneurship opportunities, from becoming an employee to be a 1099, to be having opportunities for you to hire your own employees. And for some of you who are looking to ultimately, who are looking at the gig economy, who are looking to, still work corporate or opportunity or venture into entrepreneurship opportunities, we're going to provide that platform where you'll be able to dibble dabble, but more importantly, make sure that you have that platform you can do so. In March, you're going to see our real estate investment series take shape. This is our third year focusing on real estate. We had a number of people like myself who just purchased a property, and that is thanks to the great work that Vanetta Hawkins and Larissa Longchamp and our many contributors have done. We're going to focus on investments. Some of the investments are $1 million investments. We're also going to look at opportunities for you to hit the ground running on condos, or opportunities that are multifamily, land, mixed use. These are opportunities where it's going to definitely transform the way you think. And we look forward to having you in March when that series starts. I'm looking to purchase another property, so that's an opportunity that I'm just so excited about that. We're going to talk about we're also going to have a luxury real estate summit, talk about opportunities across the world as well, and then ultimately we're going to focus on individuals buying their first homes as well, which is very critical. Now, we went over a number of different ways that we plan to engage you throughout this year. A lot of this is going to be based off of your availability, but more importantly, us making sure we meet the needs of you, the member. These are some of the ways that you can be in contact with us, and ultimately, we will make sure that we provide that information out to you. And this information, again, will be engaging as well. As Leisha mentioned, we're going to be sending out a survey. The survey is going to come out towards the end of this month, and this is going to allow us to be able to position our program in such a way that we can shift, we can change, but ultimately we want to make sure we meet the needs of you. Our next career fair is coming up. We have a number of events that are happening throughout Black History Month, which are going to be proud and excited about. We want to make sure that as an organization that we're meeting your needs. This is, and I'll say this, and this is where the conversation shifts. We're here because of you. I'm here because of someone that served before me. And we want to make sure that as we're going through the journey of being a professional and going through the pain points and the opportunities and the highs and the lows, that we are part of the journey with you. National Black MBA started with individuals who saw that there needs to be an opportunity in the University of Chicago to transform the way we look at career opportunities, which now has transformed to us celebrating our 52nd year as an organization. is because of the pillars and the backbone of many individuals prior to me, Alicia, and Vina and our entire team here that we can stand before you able to serve. But we cannot do it without you. So we ask you as we send out information as it relates to volunteer opportunities, how you can be engaged. Anytime that you have, we will definitely take, but we ultimately want to make sure that you know how important this is, not only to us, but important to you as well, because we want to make sure we do this journey together and have like-minded individuals. So with that being said, there's more information that's going to come out over the next couple of weeks where you're going to see a number of the events that we're going to have. More importantly, we want to get the needs of you, and I can't stress that enough. We need to understand where your pain points are, where your opportunities are, where your success stories. A number of you have reached out to us and highlighted your success stories to us, and we're very, very happy about them, especially randomly on the street or randomly at an event, individuals showing us job opportunities, salary offers, business contracting, and then there's a lot of testimonials. But we also want to make sure that again we hear from all of our members. So if you know that there was someone that maybe was not here, please let them know that we're here to support them. We're here to support them from a local and a national level as well. And we have the support of all of our chapters. Again, we're a united front, making sure as the National Black MBA, we're making sure we meet the needs of you. So with that being said, thank you so much. If there's any questions in the queue, definitely feel free to access any questions. And again, you can use the queue to do so. But if there's not any questions, feel free. You're going to have our contact information. We'll go into our virtual networking session next 3 minutes or so. In order to get into the virtual networking session, all you have to do is go to the networking area and press the link, and you'll be connected with a professional and a member. We'll be able to get to know within 5 minutes or so. So definitely, we encourage you to connect and meet with other members. So on behalf of our executive leadership team, Alicia Suggs, Vina Morris, Kimberly Anderson, and all of our volunteers in our chapter board. My name is Norville Barrington. I'm happy to serve as your chapter president. Thank you so much for this opportunity. But more importantly, let's do it all together. We look forward to helping you in your career across education, entrepreneurial leadership, lifestyle, and everywhere we can support you. Thank you so much to our corporate partners and everyone that's contributed to our chapter and ultimately this Entrepreneurship Accelerator Summit. We'll see you in 1 minute and let the virtual networking begin. Thank you again.